All right, I am back. Thank you everybody for attending Trend Following Trades' introduction and launch webinar of our CT2 or Chart Trading 2 and AMAII 2 or Advanced Market Administrator 2 software packages. And I'm John Carnes. I'm one of the owners, partners, head trader, and educator here at Trend Following Trades LLC. Let me just bring up one of these slides here if I can. Okay, let's see if we do this twice. There you go. There's the rest of the crew here. There's myself. There's Lance. Lance is a trader and our programmer, a partner as well. The developer strategy writer used to work for Ninja Trader, and there's Sylvia, my wife. She's our administrator and trader also. So here at TFT, we are all traders, and we are up to our eyeballs in the business, so to speak. If you don't mind, let me just get through this disclaimer. It's a U.S. government required disclaimer. Trading futures options or any leverage instrument has large potential trading loss as well as large potential rewards. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose, which we define as trading scared money, as this will dramatically decrease your chances of successful, profitable trading. This is neither a solicitation or offer to buy or sell futures, options, or any instrument of leverage. It is important that you understand that we use historical pattern recognition as a big part of how we trade. However, past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Even though you'll see real money here traded at TFT, all results are considered simulation results and no representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or loss similar to what is shown. Use of any of this information is entirely at your own risk, for which Trend Following Trades LLC, its affiliates, employees, or owners will not be liable. All information exists for general education purposes only. We are not registered trading advisors. So again, thank you everybody. We got a nice presentation in store for you here. Do want to show you a little bit, talked a little bit there. These are our locations. We're all about transparency, and we talk about who we are, where we reside. Actually, our main office, where Sylvia and I, we're based right here in between Philadelphia and New York. And Lance is out here in the Midwest, Indianapolis area. So we have nothing to hide. We are in the United States. So we do have a phone number on our website. You can contact us here or get you into the office here. And Lance is also available through email and, if need be, Skype. I also want to get into a conversation I don't want to spend too much time on. However, by the way, I just do want to say, anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. We have a couple, Lance and Sylvia both answering questions today, and if for some reason you're typing in a question that has some length to it, please type in a couple of dots first and then hit enter. This way we know that you're typing in a long question, because we may move on to another topic and not realize when you might have typed it in. But anyway, one of the things I didn't want to spend too much time on, and I could have written a book about this, is today I don't exactly know the experience level of the people in this group. A lot of the names here, matter of fact, most of the names don't look familiar, and you probably may not know myself either. And this is one of the things that I want to touch on. Unfortunately, in this day and age of the internet and of the ease of starting a business, and especially in this industry where really all it takes is an internet connection and an account and a good website, there's a lot of unscrupulous businesses out there. And it's very unfortunate, because I've been a trader for quite a few years, profitable, and then prior to that, quite a few years unprofitable. And this industry is so hard to begin with to be successful at, that it only takes a few bad experiences with some unscrupulous people to completely turn you off from the industry entirely. And I just caution people to really watch out who you deal with, what you're dealing with, and what people promise you. Things like rags to riches, fast cars, overnight success, any mention of the divine when it comes to tools that someone might develop, like miraculous indicators or things like that. Nothing against religion at all, but anything created in trading is created by man, by humans, and by math and science. Um, it's sad how the people in this industry prey on newcomers that are more than likely going to fail at the industry no matter what they do. So people are out there to try to capture their portion of the money. The 95% plus people are going to lose anyhow. So brutally honest is what we are here. We have no hidden agenda. We are traders first, we are educators second, and we are developers third, and that's how we exist. And these are things you will not find here. We're not fancily educated in the finance industry, and we're paying back, and we've settled into this area. That's not who we are. We found trading much of the way that many of you have found it, either by accident or you can read my bio on our website and find my story, how I found it. And the reason I became part of Trend Following Trades was first in a trade room environment, and then because it's a way to, once you become a successful trader, if you become a successful trader, you will find out that boredom is a big part of trading. So it's a way to bring forth what we do successfully to other people, cover the cost, make a little bit of money on it, and stay engaged with people in the industry. Um, Make no mistake, this is not something really other than that. We take pride in what we do. It's a very difficult business. We work hard at what we do, and we stay engaged with the people that care. A lot of people we vet, they come in looking for the Holy Grail. Please understand the Holy Grail exists within yourself. It's nothing you can buy. Unless you have $1 million, you can probably buy it then. Banks and hedge funds, they pay that kind of money to programmers that reprogram strategies on a daily basis, not on a monthly or quarterly basis, on a daily basis. And that's what you won't find here. Okay. And the most important thing is trend following trades is not how we make a living. Trading is how we make a living. Okay. Trend following trades, again, is an organization, a corporation that we've created to bring to the table how we make a living to other people that are interested in some really unique tools, some trend following tools that some of them are falling under rights of patent pending and are really cool from a sense of how they work and the ease and use, all designed to help increase the chances of profitability for what you are either trying to do, in the middle of doing, thinking about doing, of which I'm not sure at this point in time. So let's move on here. What you will find here at Trend Following Trades, okay, you'll find a fully transparent, no BS approach to trading with realistic expectations, both good and bad, that you can expect along the way to either your success as a trader or your failure, okay? The continued development and simplification of discretionary tools for trend traders of all types. This includes day and swing trading of futures, forex, stocks, and options on the underlying instruments. Options obviously, are based on an underlying. And you'll find that we trade real money here at TFT. We show our wins as well as our losses, but we follow disclaimers under simulation trading performance as industry educators. And there's a lot of disadvantages for us to hold a CTA certificate, which we do not, and they far outweigh the benefits. The paperwork alone is a nightmare for taking trades as a CTA, and we've decided that we're just going to follow disclaimers of educators so that we don't have to do that. So having said that, we're not allowed to give trading advice in a specific nature. We follow outputs of software with filters, things of that nature, which allows us to fall under the rule 4.0 4.41, I believe, of the CFTC, which is the rule of educators. We also lay out a very clear path that involves the following. Okay. Oh, hang on a second here. Let me just get back. Went a little too far. Okay. First off, let me ask everybody a question here. Got a little bit out of order here, but not a problem. Can anybody tell me what the definition of a professional trader is? I kind of have some answers here, and I'm real more interested in, these are topics and subtopics of professional trading, but if somebody can tell me, I'd just be curious to see what people feel the definition of a professional trader is. I'd be curious to see what kind of answers people type in. If anybody would care to engage the conversation with a few answers, that'd be great. I don't expect a big response, but there's a few people who got one. Someone says certified. Um, I guess to a certain degree that might be an explanation. I asked this question because I've heard some nomenclature about professional trading that really was quite disturbing in a lot of senses. And I had a long discussion with somebody that was both. I was taken back by what they were describing to me, how they wanted to become a professional trader, the way that they were describing it, and then what they were describing as their end game. And I was taken back by both ways. So, someone who makes their living trading, George, I'd say that is definitely one of the definitions. Somebody who makes their living trading. Okay, I stipulate that as saying someone who makes their living trading their own money or somebody else's money. Somebody who's engages in the activity for the purpose of making a living. That sounds like a dictionary textbook definition. Absolutely. Bill, sure. Anybody else has anything to add? And then I'm going to put my little spin on things. Okay. But I'd really, really like to get just a couple more answers here. We got enough people in here. You should be able to. All right. First of all, the reason I bring this up, I know I only have a little bit of your time. Don't want to waste it. I know it's precious. So, somebody told me that the definition of a professional trader, they were going to teach him how to be a professional trader by teaching him how to trade pullbacks. And that professional traders trade pullbacks. And I almost fell off my chair. It may be true that a lot of professional traders do trade pullbacks. We're essentially, by definition, pullback traders ourselves. However, please don't let the type of trading that you do define whether or not you're a professional trader. Okay. To me, the definition of a professional trader is one that either trades their own money or other people's money to make a living. Okay, and that is really the core of what a professional trader is. How you go about doing that, is, I'm going to say, is your business. I wrote here, I didn't bring them in separately in a PowerPoint, but there's retail professional traders. That's kind of the category, I guess, that most of us would fall under. Where we're trading our own money. And then we have the family office professional trader, which is sort of a blend where, you may be a swing trader or a day trader trading your own money. And then you may have an extended family where you're trading your family's wealth, um, and you're investing it either through retirement or investment, where you're actually making a percentage of high watermark or just a small percentage of the overall account. And you've been, maybe you're the best trader, everybody trusts you, and you've proven that you can make money uh, in all kinds of markets. So you've, made it a job to manage the family's finances, the wealth. And then you have your institutional professional trader, of which to me, there really are two types. Um, there are the positive portfolio institutional trader and the negative portfolio institutional trader. Negative portfolio is kind of the market maker, the bank trader, the guy that is told what to, pick a position in, and they have clients. They back the stock or the whatever instrument it is, and it's not something that any of us I think would be interested in. And the other one, the positive selection portfolio, is more like a hedge fund trader. It's more a larger scale of what we would do. Hundreds of millions of dollars. A trader, would take positions of their choosing, of all different kinds, options, futures, forex, who knows, whatever the hedge fund trusts them with. They would set the risk allocation and tell them what they can and can't exceed, and it would kind of be left up to the trader, where and they wish to go and how much they're trusted. So I really want to get that out of the way because I mean, people starting to tell you, you're a breakout trader, you're a pullback trader, you're an inside out, an outside in trader. That defines whether you're a professional trader or not. Give me a break. Sorry, I just really bothers me, and I take these opportunities and these times to try to set record straight when I hear things like that. That's the voice of marketers talking, not traders, especially professional traders talking. So if anybody disagrees with that, please let me know. That's just the way that we kind of see things around here, at least I do. Let me get on to the next slide here. TFT offers the following to provide the best chance of success in the quest to become a professional trader. Okay, one of the first things we do is we evaluate a trader, determine the current status, what their goals are, how we can help a trader achieve their goals, or we have to convince you folks to modify your goals if we can't help you the way they're written. We have people come in and say, I have 1 hour a day to trade. I have to day trade, and I've got this 1 hour, and I have to make $100,000 or $200,000 a year in this 1 hour a day to trade. Well, obviously that is a pretty unrealistic goal, especially if that hour is not anywhere near the open or is some obscure hour, in some crazy time of the day. That doesn't mean that you can't be a successful trader, but you might want to consider swing trading, things of the nature. So we try to adapt your goals with our knowledge and our vision of what is possible and what is not. And we like to have discussions to get to know you better. We like for you to get to know us better. We don't like to say that we sell software. We like to say that we are an organization that we like you to become part of. If you look on our website, on our home page, we like to be our mission statement is to be the last stop on a trader's journey, the infamous bus to success. And we will do whatever we can as long as you agree to follow along. We will try to guide you as best that we can to that goal of succeeding. And we have a pretty high success rate, considering that the success rate is less than 5% in the industry. So we do pretty good considering that, and we do really well with the people that are open-minded and that can take direction and that are disciplined and aren't afraid to do the work. The people that want to turn on their computer, want to load in software, want the software to spit out coins and turn their computer into an ATM machine, you're in the wrong place. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. Not saying that we haven't had people turn out some pretty phenomenal results doing that, but it's pretty scary because they're doing things and they don't even know why they're happening. We don't really like to see that happen. But we do offer the industry's best, what we consider trend following software for NinjaTrader 7, along with the new patent pending TFT AMAII 2, used to be an AMAII 1, or the original AMA, which I'll demonstrate for you and show you how we've taken it to a whole new level. Um, we've taken the best parts of full automation, and I'll explain to you how we've gotten to this AMAII 2, and we've broken out the very best trend following setups, giving you, the trader, the ability, with the proper discipline and education, to take the very best high probability trend following trades only in the markets that are setting up to produce an average minimum targeted 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio and 2/3 of the position as a partial profit, with the concept of trailing the last third of any remaining position to either some inflection point or some trailing methodology. We have different ways to trail out a final third of a position in any type of swing. We also use the same tools and slight modification of the rules for swing trading. It's great for managing retirement accounts, and for those traders that are only part-time traders, it's a way you can develop a whole methodology around swing trading if you do not have the time to day trade. Most people think that day trading is the only way to make a living. You could not be more incorrect. If you can't succeed at swing trading, chances are you're going to have a very difficult time succeeding at day trading. So swing trading actually yields the most successful traders from a percentage standpoint. Swing trading sometimes does require a slightly larger account if you want to maintain a certain minimum profile risk per trade. Day trading does allow you to maintain a very small profile risk, where swing trading, the count does generally need to be a little bit larger. But if it is, you can generally, the success rate is a bit higher percentage-wise. You have a little bit more time to think and a little bit more time to make decisions than you do with day trading. What makes TFT different from other trend following systems? Okay, our CT2, okay, Chart Trader 2, we call it the CT. All right, it's our kind of our entry level. It's what you folks would be most used to. It's all our indicators on a chart. It's our ability to trade all different market types, futures, forex, stocks, and options on stocks. And it's anything that's chartable, essentially. And I'm going to show you examples. We also have a market analyzer from NT7, NinjaTrader 7, for the chart trader that automatically calculates. We provide Witt-Renko bars as our primary bar type, and it automatically calculates the Witt-Renko bar size for day and swing trading of stocks and the options, on the underlying. And I'll show you the examples. Then we have the AMAII 2, the ability to monitor, execute, and manage trades for, from the AMA up to 12 markets in one grid on one monitor. Okay, and currently we can support up to 2 grids, and it has to do with computer hardware limitations. Okay, and the AMAII 2 also contains an automated trade button. So we have automation built in, which allows for both visual and audible warnings of trade setups that meet the automated, the automated strategy criteria that are set in advance. This allows for the use of trending setups when the markets, are in defined trending conditions, as is taught by us. Okay, this automation is controlled by the trader, on your computer, and is continually being developed, and will be the core of what will be our letter of direction, or our LOD strategy. For those of you who are unfamiliar with an LOD strategy is a strategy that is given to a broker, and for all lifetime members of TFT will have rights. Although, for a charge, we'll have rights to have access to that strategy, where basically you give them your account and we tell them how many contracts can be traded on it. And there might be 20, 30 different instruments that can be part of that strategy. And it will trade, turn itself on, turn itself off, things of that nature. It's a full automated strategy. It adapts itself every day for volatility and range, things of that nature, not every month, every quarter. This is a dynamic strategy that's fully automated, fully adaptive to range and volatility every single day. Okay, AMAII futures, AMAII forex, AMAII stocks, all three. We have 4 different configurations for 4 different types of traders. All of them are patent pending, all incredibly unique and valuable. What we do is we call it a video game in sim. Basically, a simulator is nothing more than a video game. We try to get you to master it like you would a video game. And then once you master it, and we consider mastering it, trading it for 4 weeks straight profitably, according to your trading plan. And then we suggest at that point in time that you transition to real money and then see how you play the game when points become dollars. There's no sense in interjecting real money into the learning of a method and of a way to trade until you've mastered it. Bringing real money emotions into the education side of something to us and to me does nothing but hinder the education part of learning. Okay, once you've learned something and know it and can prove that you know it without any worry of money emotions, that's the focus. Once you've learned it, then you need to focus, or we need to focus on dealing with your real money emotions. Okay, and as I explained before, lifetime AMAII members will have access, for fee to any LOD strategy that is developed by TFT. That is something we worked on for 8 months, and the AMAII, by the way, is what is backed out of what we discovered over the 8-month period of time. So what you're looking at here is the one bad thing about having a webinar after hours is that we don't have any live market action. So I just want to explain the AMAII. I want to go over it first by doing a full-size screenshot here of the AMAII. I'm going to briefly explain some of the patented technology in here. There's 12 markets on here, ES, YM, NQ. You can see on the left-hand side as you go down here, these are the different markets. As we go across the chart, this is telling you what's going on inside of each market. So by just looking at this grid, I can tell you what's going on inside the market. By we're looking at the first 6 markets are a host of indexes from the ES, YM, NQ, Russell, the FESX, which is the German Dow, the DAX. Then we go down into the dollar, then the euro, the British pound. Then we have oil, gold, and bonds, 10-year note. Okay, so pretty good snapshot of the market. What we have here, this is market structure, short, middle, and long term. What you see green and red, this is basically our swing dots. So higher highs or higher lows will be a light green. Higher highs and higher lows will be a dark green. Lower low or lower high will be a light red. Lower low and lower high will be a dark red. Short, middle, and long term, we have red dots, blue dots, and black dots. These are different time periods. You'll see it on the chart right here. You'll see blue dots. I'll maximize the chart here so that we can get a better idea of, you'll see black dots, blue dots, and red dots. Red are short term, blue is midterm, and black is long term. So we've colored the background here on the chart also with market structure middle term, so you don't even have to know. That's optional. You can do that according to if you want to do it. But let me just maximize this again and go through explaining what I was doing. So we have short, middle, and long-term market structure. So you can kind of tell long-term the structure's up, middle term, long-term it's down, middle and short-term it's up. Then we have divergence condition. Down here in Momo, this is panel 2 and this is panel 1. We can tell from the center and the top and the bottom if we have any sort of divergence condition. Like if you look here in the YM, you'll notice there's a red bar. You can see the divergence here. You can just look by price and here without even looking at a chart. You can see this red here that we are in a standard divergence condition, which essentially for a trend trader to go long is a condition that is not when you look at it, it's a bearish condition, okay? These are what we call mini charts. This is where a lot of the patented technology lies. You don't even need to see the charts to see what's going on because it's all in memory and we pick it all up here. So you can kind of see what's happening with the different markets right here. We also have inside out divergence and you'll see these lines in this white area here. This is our momentum, and inside here is our chop zone, but we have these green uh, items inside the center. This is our inside out divergence, and this green is bullish, meaning when the market comes down, it has a tendency to want to go back up. Again here also, and you'll see red, that means it wants to go back down. So we show divergence. We have the mini charts that show panel 1 price, panel 2 Momo. Net change is the uh, change in price when you can reset this. Okay, I click on it. I'm just clicking on these now. The market's not moving, but these should all eventually go to zero. When the market's moving, they'll all immediately go to zero. So what this will do is, like at 9:30 at the open, you take all your indexes and set them to zero. And what it does, it immediately tells you the strength of a certain index at any given point in time from the open. So you'll see one market take right off, and it'll tell you that that's obviously the strongest index. Or what happens a lot is you'll get multiple indexes to set up long or short at the same time. Happens a lot. So which index do you pick? Which has the highest probability of becoming the most successful trade? And the answer, quite frankly, is most of the time the index that is the strongest, if the setups are the same, is the one that has the most probability of giving you the best setup and the best conclusion if it's a long. If it's a short, the index that is the weakest quite often gives you the best result to the short side. Then here you have your NinjaTrader 7 ATM. You can pick this out of a mirage of stuff you have in NinjaTrader, a drop down. You can set this here ahead of time, or you can also put this in one of your indicators and this will fill it out automatically. This is the last price it was traded. This also, you can right click on here. By the way, I'm not going to take this out of full size. I'm going to put this in half size. By the way, this is a fully scalable window. So we can make this any size we want in one monitor. I can only broadcast from one monitor. A lot of people like to keep the AMA on one monitor and then charts on another monitor. We can actually split it up like I have right here. We have the AMA on half a monitor and charts on half a monitor. And as we click through the different markets, you will see different charts pop up instantaneously. So there's only ever one chart up. As you'll see here, I'll pull up the NT. You'll only see 3 charts. You'll see the AMA, the control panel, and the chart. That's it. Control panel is another monitor, but we have the AMA and the chart. So part of the patented technology, there's only ever one chart displayed, but you'll see all the charts are displayed here on the AMA from the charts that are open in memory. So let's just go back up here to the YM or the ES, doesn't matter. And we get into here, last price. If we want to, let's pick one car 3-week Renko. If we left click on last price here, it will put an order 20 ticks below the market, and we can drag it in. If we right click, it'll put an order 20 ticks above the market for a short. Left clicks for a long. Order flow, I'll save this for later. This is a strategy button. This is a cumulative delta type of order flow. For those of you that are familiar with cumulative market delta, it's generally done from the market open, and that's we color this trigger line. We call this center line here our trigger line, and we've done more with it than just call it our break buy sell line. We actually color it green, and this color orange is actually a red. Let's just call this green and red. This cumulative delta or order flow is we reset this at the swing delta points, meaning we can choose what swing strength point we want to reset it at. We choose 7, which are these blue dots. So every time a period 7 dot plots, we reset the database that controls the net bid ask for market orders that is being tracked. And that colors this line, either net long or net short. So it's a very unique way of tracking order flow, but a very accurate and a very successful way of telling whether the market, whether you're on the right side of the market or not, inside of a swing. So you don't need to, if I open up this chart all the way, don't need to go back from the market open. You can tell in a downswing, we have these modes here. This is sell and this is buy. In this downswing, we can tell here, you'll see these little triangles here. This is, if the strategy was turned on, this is where you would have been in, and here and here. These are your little entry arrows also. We show support and resistance, and also this darker framed Wick Renko bars. This is a secondary time frame automatically built into price, where you see the green framing of the bars. That means that there's not complete alignment between two time frames. Doesn't mean that you're not going to take a trade. It just means that you don't have alignment between two time frames. It's kind of a trader's choice. So you can have it. So instead of having two charts up, you no longer need to have that. We have two charts built into one. We just color the outline of the candle that when the time frame, the time zone, whatever you set to be, the two time frames are in alignment, then the colors, the outline of the candles are colored in black. That means that they're both in sell. That's when they both are outlined in black. So order flow, let me just resize this, is designated here. It used to be just graphs. That was the AMAII one where green was higher than red. Like right now, if you look here, let me just bring this over a little bit. If you look here, you'll see that we're up in green. So any pullback you want to get in, you'll see the order flow is higher here. Okay, this is all we used to have. Now we've colored what we call the trigger line to let you know that also. So now you never need to take your eyes off of here or off of the little mini chart either to know that. You can always look here too. We can also enter a market order. We left click here, we get long. We right click, we get short. Click the stop market, click the stop limit. This puts orders in at given points automatically for us. It calculates the price. All we do is when it lights up, we click it, it puts an order in according to this ATM. Either a stop limit or a limit, depending if it's below it or above it, looking for a tick back, depending on how fast the market is. Then we have this order flow button. When this button lights up, it's a strategy. It'll be independent by itself. So you'll see these little triangles here, like I had said. When these triangles light up, if you actually click on the button, when these triangles light up, that is where you would be filled at the time you click the button. These strategy lights, if you go in the indicators in here, okay, there's a strategy assigned to that button, and this is what's new here. It's called strategy values. If you turn it on true, it uses filters that you can assign, and the filters are the delta volume has to be your way if you want it true or false. Secondary time frame has to be your way if you want it true or false. And near left side support and resistance, meaning red lines are resistance, green lines are support. So if you want to have, and you have to define your near vertical side, meaning how close you need to be to those lines, then you can qualify for a trade. In this particular instance here, we qualify for all the trades. We actually trigger at resistance and here. So you'll actually get two orders in. If you hit the strategy button, you'll get an order in at resistance, you'll get an order in at method. Whichever fills first, the ATM will be employed and the second order will cancel. So there's quite a bit of intelligence built in. Or the order button, you can right click on, which means you're only going to get filled at support or resistance if you want to be really picky and only get your very best fill. Or if the market's real fast, you can make it so that you only get filled at method entry. Or if the market's really, really fast, you can say, I only want to get filled at reverse Renko, which gives you the most amount of momentum confirmation in your direction, but also gives you the largest stop and the furthest distance away to target. So you kind of have to know your style of trading, know where the trade's being set up, and know how much room you have to target to decide if you want to choose, you have a choice on how to use this button. You want to left click, right click, or center click. You basically have three options on how you want to use this button. Okay, I particularly like whenever I see what we like to see here. Whenever you see a line like this, when price breaks through it, as price comes back, we automatically assume that this is going to be hold as resistance. I like to place orders right up here to fill at resistance. If for some reason it hits here and doesn't fill, I like to fill at method. Okay, this line here, this dotted line, can also be moved up and down this price bar wherever you want. Right now it's set at the open of the bar that closes at the trigger line. You can have it set up here also so that your fill is very, very close. The distance, the gap between your resistance line and your method fill, what we would call, is very, very small. If you don't get filled at resistance, where you get filled, the difference is very little. So some people like the confirmation to go down a little further. When we test it as a strategy button, it tests best somewhere up in this area up here. I do want to talk about, did want to just go over a brief description of the chart trader. Again, talking about the AMA, okay? This is the AMA, this is chart trading. All right, the chart trader by itself does not give you the strategy buttons. It does give you the ability with the strategy rules to enter your own trades manually like you would here. This is an example with NinjaTrader's chart trader. You can use a static superdome, you can use chart trader, but all the tools you see here are on chart trader. You just don't have the grid. You would, create, we can create up to 8 charts at one time. We have an automatic workspace generator. We build 8 charts. It defaults to separate instruments. What we do is we put an indicator on any chart. You can either build an AMA workspace generator here or a CT generator, and I'll just show you. I'm not actually going to build it because it'll build 8 charts for me. What it does is, this is the default. This is for the charts. It puts your instrument, your Wittrenko, primary, secondary, your chop zone, primary and secondary, okay? And then your short, middle, and long-term swings. And we're all set 3, 7, 15, and then how many days you want to load. You hit OK, and it builds 8 charts for you. Or you bring in the AMA workspace generator, and it has 12, okay? If I say new here, if you're a purchaser of that, it has 12, full grid, same thing, primary, secondary, and then here's your ATM if you want to not pick from a none category and actually put the name of your ATM. NinjaTrader doesn't allow you to drop from a drop-down menu, pick an ATM, so you have to type it in here. But when we create our own interface, we do create a drop-down menu, but here you actually have to type it in. You hit OK, it creates a full grid for you of 12 markets. Any questions up till now? Before I go any further, anybody have any questions about what I've spoken to so far? Because what I'm going to show you next is going to veer a little bit from the AMA and from chart trading. I'm going to talk a little bit about stocks and swing trading. But right now, I just want to kind of let this settle in a little bit. And anybody has any questions or anything you don't understand or anything at all, now's the time to ask. If not, I'm going to go a little bit into the chart trading, and I'm going to drag in these 2 charts here, okay? And what this is I've basically, what I've done here is I've linked these 2 items together, okay? Oh, don't want to go off that far. One is a market analyzer, which is a NinjaTrader 7 product, and we've built a template attached to it, and I've linked it with both these cyan links. Forget in the background the AMA running. As a matter of fact, I can probably just minimize this. And we have the Dow 30 running here, okay? So what you see here on this chart is Apple 29 Wittrenko. And what you're looking here is a chart trader, okay? But on here, if I go on the indicator, okay, the AMA2, the chart trader does not have the strategy rules, but I have the strategy rules from the AMA set up on the chart trader. And what I have is, I said that I want no secondary time frame, but I want you to, actually I should turn this off. With swing trading, you don't volume the swing delta volume when you jump over days, really tends to not be so accurate because you're going through days closes, but I do want to incorporate the near left side support and resistance. We believe that support and resistance is an integral part of trading, okay? We do not believe in Fibonacci, just so you know. There's so many people that talk about Fibonacci. To us, it's a very discretionary item. It depends where you start from, where you end from, what percentage you're using. We like to use points from the left as areas of support and resistance, and we'd like to use swing points, meaning high and low points. And the reason we like to do that is because they don't change. They don't ever change. And on many time frame charts, 60 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 5 minute, 10 minute, a lot of times a low is a low, a high is a high. These points don't change, and we bring them over to the right. We actually let them carry through so many pieces of price, and then we have them stop. Because if they once the price clutters them up, they tend to be nothing more than noise. So you can actually control that too, how many levels of price they go through, infinitely if you want, or just a few points. So you can have a lot of price points pull through or a few. So what we do here is each vertical line here is a day, and this is a combination day and swing trading chart. So like we're Apple here. So right now I'll just pick, let's pick IBM. So I just click on IBM. Right now here it says IBM 27 Wick Renko chart. Okay. These are the setups on the daily and weekly time frame charts, but really we go way beyond that. And what you see here, what happened today at the close of the day is we had a setup right here on support that's set up here, and at the close of the day was right here. So, and our stop would be, right down here below it. So you have a choice. You can take this trade setup into the extended hours or into the next day, or you can just close out at the end of the day and call it a day trade. Okay, now, this being the beginning of the day, there was a lot of trades throughout the day. Again, we could like to go short off resistance, so we'd be short up here. Okay, a lot of profit down here. Again, trailing out, so nothing really going on down there. We're not in buy mode. We're in buy mode here, and then long here, so we really haven't gone anywhere. Could have gone flat, had a little bit of profit, or if we were in with an option, we can still be long here, depending. The only thing with swing trading is you have gaps, so you have to take that into account. We could pick another, let's pick 3M here, another stock. It does one draw, then it does another one. And this is a 30 Renko. Notice here, today, this is a vertical white line. We've had a lot of action. Usually there aren't this many bars, but it automatically calculates the Wink Renko size based off of volatility and range over a given period of time. So if I maximize this chart, you'll see, we've been really pretty much long, but you've seen some nice buys here with very little risk in it, going to some nice profit today. So we had a buy right out of the gate, came back. You have profit up here, came back, get out, break even or any remaining contracts or trail out, and then back in again. So some profit there. I can go pick Verizon here, and this is a 9-wick Renko chart. So this, again, this depends on the range, and it's going to draw once, and then it'll redraw again. So this is a feature that's part of the chart trading package. So you get this template that we've created for the market analyzer. Now you can see here Verizon, very active stock in its run up. Nice little buy right here off of support, okay? And then looking for a trade at the end of the day here. So, if you're going to hold that, you've got to hold a fairly large stop, and this producing kind of a nice V. One thing we don't want to do, if you see this black line here, don't want to trade short into what we call reverse divergence, all right? Kind of like a hidden divergence, upswing, deep pullbacks. That's what this black line is, just nothing more than a deep pullback in an upswing. So did want to show everybody this. This is part of the chart trading package, by the way. Anybody that subscribes or purchases the AMA, they get the chart trading package with it. Today, I did want to talk about, at the end of this presentation, I will take you to the purchase page where we are offering a special on the lifetime purchases of the AMA2 futures package and all three, futures, forex, and stocks, as well as the lifetime package, the purchase of the chart trading package. So essentially, there's three specials, and I'll take you to the site before we conclude today. Let me just pull this back, get these out of the way here. Let's bring this AMA back up, and let me just see. I haven't looked here to see if I can answer any questions here. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of questions going on. Let me get through this PowerPoint and got a lot of things going on here. There we go. What makes trend following trades different? Okay, we talked about the CT2. We have swings built in, the points high and low. We have the background coloring. You know what I should do? I should actually escape out of this. We have the swings built in, okay? The dots here, different time frames, short, medium, and high. We can also, in the background, well, this happens to be set to blue, but if you notice here, we have a lower low here. That means that we're short-term sell. The minute we have a lower high, this basically breaks here, that we have confirmed it's dark red, short. Okay, and the minute this breaks this blue line here, then this blue here, we're in a higher high. That's it. The minute we have a higher low, that happens up here when this blue sticks here. That means we're now in a confirmed buy. So that's for the blue. Now, any of these swing indicators, there's 3 of them set up here. See the swing, the blue, background happens to be true. You can turn red to true, it's right now set to false. You can turn black to true, it's set to false. Or we can take the blue, turn the true to false, and then you're going to see the background coloring just go away. So if you want to know market structure, higher high, higher low, if you're a market structure type trader and you want to trade with market structure, you can have it so that it colors the background for you. You don't need to calculate whether you have a higher high, higher low, things like that. If you're not so concerned about that, and we have the different modes, red or fire brick for sell, green for buy, and then Momo, a hybrid momentum, there's a kind of a formula that goes into whether we're transitioning from buy to sell or sell to buy, or whether what we call zero line reject, are going back into the area and coming right back down. We have that built in and pretty much know whether the market's going to be transitioning or whether it's going to be rejecting. And people often ask me, well, how do you know? And the answer is most of the time we do, and these lines most of the time are correct. You can see here, this went from buy to sell, sell to buy. This one faked out, went from buy to sell, and then back into buy. Doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. But most of the time, it's pretty accurate. So you'll see sell to buy, buy to sell, buy to sell, sell to buy, things of that nature. So do want to make sure I have all this covered here. The AMAII, we have the ability to execute, fully execute, stop limit, stop market, move the break even. By the way, when you're in a position and it goes to profit, this turns green or red, telling you whether you're long or short. If it's in profit, this will turn orange. You click this button, it'll move the break even. We like to use the chart trading function of NinjaTrader just to show us where we're at. We can move our stops, our targets. We can do all kinds of neat things. We have full control here of our positions. We can, like I said, close, move the break even. We have a global close here. We have P&L, all these zeros that you see here. When you're in a trade, it'll show your open P&L. When you're finished your trade and you're closed, it'll show your closed P&L. Down here at the bottom, the upper zero here at the bottom is your cumulative open P&L. Your lower zero is your cumulative closed P&L. So a lot of times I'll have a cumulative closed P&L plus a cumulative open P&L. And if I'm in a few different markets and I'm at my daily target or even my daily stop, I'll go down here and I'll hit the close button just to flatten everything, just to get out of it for the day, because I'm either at my target or at my stop, and I went out. And that's kind of how that works. There's numbers inside here tell you how many pullbacks are inside of the latest mode change. So I like to trade within a 1 or a 2. You can also set the number of pullbacks that you want inside of a mode. A lot of people won't trade beyond 1 or 2 pullbacks in a mode because Elliott wave theory, we're wave 3 traders. You know, wave 1 it takes wave 1 to get you into the mode, so you really need 1 pullback, and then we're in wave 3, and then wave 5 at max. So if there's a 2 in here, you're already into wave 5. So wave 3 is already into wave 7. in Elliott wave theory. So anybody that believes in Elliott wave theory will know that. Some days though you have runs that just keep going, like the Energizer Bunny, and just don't stop. Then you kind of have to, take this and uh, look at it with a grain of salt. But those days are far and few between without at least some type of pullback that resets that. Futures Forex kind of works the same way. Stocks works the same way. There are adjustments made, obviously, for Forex and for stocks, for pricing and things of the nature, things of the sort. Let me go here and again go back to the current slide. Special pricing on the website. All right. The one thing that I do want to do and talk about is I love this slide: crawl, walk, run, fly. We like to get you on board. We don't force anybody to buy something you don't want to buy. We don't, force you to lease something forever that you don't want to lease. You have a choice to lease. You have a choice to buy. At some point in time, if you lease, we will give you some credit for your leasing later on you want to buy. So having said that, I just want to take you to a point in our site. This is our website here. Let me just maximize this. If you go into the purchase area here, okay, you hover over it. On the CT2, this is a chart trading, okay. A little explanation video. You go down here. Here's a webinar special pricing, okay. You click on this here into buy now. You scroll down to the bottom. Please read this, print it out. You hit the accept button. It'll bring you to a webinar special pricing, which is already set up. Okay. If we get back into our purchase page here, the other special pricing is if we go into the AMAII, the futures area here. Again, you go here, the special pricing. Let me just click the cart. And you go down and you have to accept. I suggest printing all this out. Again, this is correct here. If you click this, it'll take you to PayPal. That means you accepted all the terminology. There's your special pricing. And then the one last webinar special will be the lifetime purchase of all three, which basically gives you the ability with the AMAII to do stocks, futures, Forex. Right here, you go to the cart purchase and then you go and accept, and it should bring you again to a button. I'm just checking these real time with everybody here, make sure they all work, and it appears that they do. These will be up for everybody's understanding, knowledge, and please spread the word. If you choose to, this webinar special will be up through Sunday at midnight. This Sunday, February 7th, I believe it is. February 7th through midnight. These specials will be up here before they go back to the regular pages. So this will be your best shot. It's essentially a 25% discount. We don't artificially inflate our prices, so you will never see a discount larger than that ever. I can promise you that. You may never see a discount that large again. This is our introductory webinar release pricing. So for those of you that are in attendance, and for those of people that find out about this pricing through midnight on Sunday, can take advantage of it, we'll be able to do so. After that, we work very closely with our members. For those of you that are members know it, we do a lot of support. As traders ourselves, we like to really stay off of support before 2 p.m. Eastern because, our best trading times are done during the best trading hours of the day, okay, which is before 2 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes I may not be done trading by then, but if I haven't made my day by 2 p.m., chances are I'm on the losing side of the day anyway, in all honesty. So it's probably better that I quit at that point in time anyhow. But we do a lot of support work, a lot of Skype work, a lot of phone calls. If we can. We love it when people take advantage of our ability to review some of your trading, evaluate, stick to your trading plan. We help you with that. We authorize up to two NinjaTrader machine IDs under one license. Okay, so if you're gonna want more than one NT7 machine ID, we do need a screenshot of your help about screen. Um, Lance, I don't know if there's anything that you want to talk about. Lance is our programmer and developer for the tools and the software that you see here. Um, Lance, if you're still here or
Yeah,
if you're,
yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Lance. As John just said. I know he mentioned briefly that I used to work with NinjaTrader. I worked there for about 2 years, and I've been working with their platform now for about I think it's going on 7 years now. And in that time, I currently do a lot of programming work for people's indicators, different strategies, things of that nature. And I've developed and worked on literally thousands of different indicators and systems now at this point. And introduced to trend following trades about a year ago. I just started working with the software, and since then I've come to learn a lot more about it and use it myself. And it's definitely the most promising and most powerful tool set I've ever worked on or really even ever seen in this trading industry. It's definitely not um, all the bells and whistles and flash that you might see with some other companies, but it's definitely very solid and very powerful.
yeah, well, I appreciate that, Lance. This is comes from a gentleman who's worked with a lot of software with his time at NinjaTrader and on his own. And it's nice to have him on board, especially him coming on board as a partner was his choice, and we really find Lance as an invaluable asset and tool. And Lance has been able to take ideas that I've had and create them virtually out of thin air through programming. A lot of really good ideas too that have been able to help people succeed at this game. And by the way, Bill, you're quite welcome. I just noticed your text up here. I haven't even been looking at this. Yeah, if anybody else has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. Now's the time. We're pretty much at an hour. I don't really want it to go much over this, so if anybody has any questions, this uh, there will be a recording of this on our site. I'm just looking here and trying to think. Usually under TFT announcements, we have, whenever we do training sessions, I'm logged in right now as a member, but just so you know, in our members area, we have in our learning center, I just want to show you, we have areas, downloading indicators, getting started, understanding how a chart's built from the ground up. And you can see here, there's video after video, short videos, but applying different indicators and all that. And then we have in the members area a weekly session, and this is our weekly type of sessions, but these go back years and years. And normally we would put something like this here, but I'm thinking about putting this whole video link in this announcements area right here, so that some people from the outside can view it should they want to view the webinar recording, the entire recording in the announcements area. And Lance, that's something you and I can talk about, whether to put it up on YouTube or something like that. And just keep in mind till midnight on Sunday, this pricing for the AMA2 futures, AMA2 all three, both lifetime, and the CT2 lifetime, which includes futures, forex, and stocks, will be 25% discount through Sunday at midnight. And again, would like to thank everybody for their time. Just remember, now is the perfect time to. Um, I love this slide, and for what I think good reason. Um, Crawl, walk, run, then fly. You got to start this process. And I can ask you to give us a chance. Our trial is what we consider the 3-month subscription, because it takes a month or two to get used to learning everything, get used to understanding us and how we work, for us to get used to understanding you and how you work. What you like to trade, what we like to trade, how you like to trade, bad habits, good habits, bad practices, good practices, trading plans, things like that. We really like to get into it and get into it deep. so that your chances of success are as good as possible, because this industry is filled with failure, and we really like to minimize that as much as we possibly can. We try, despite a lot of people that make it very difficult. We do the best that we can. So again, would like to thank everybody, and everybody have a great, safe, and wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're located around the world. I know we have a very diverse group here from all walks of life and all parts of the globe. Would like to thank everybody again, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Take care and happy trading.